Vanguard blink into a tank item or even Shadow Blade and not worry about the blade and just rely on other people's damage to finish targets off. Um, I mean, I would say overall he's a strong hero, maybe like a 7.5 out of 10. But there are definitely situations where other offlane heroes are better than him.
Yeah, and I think that's the case for a lot of heroes nowadays too, to be fair. But I think you're right about the axe damage this game it's not needed. How do you feel about, like you said, Vanguard into Blink? Is that always the case, or are there certain cases where you just want to go Blink first on this hero?
There are definitely cases where you want to go blink first. Typically, that would be when Vanguard is not an item that enables you to sit in front of the enemy face forever. Like, you buy that item when you can get it early and when it's going to allow you to sit there in front of the enemy tower and just pressure. So, sometimes it's not Vanguard, sometimes it's a Hood.
Yeah.
So,
I
yeah,
think
it
either of
just
those are fine
depends
in
on the
this
game.
situation because against Gyrocopter you can go Vanguard and take all of his physical damage is gone. You get
Yep.
Hood and then all of his magical damage is gone. It just depends on what you want to deal with in lane. But
Yes.
he'll probably get one of those, I would assume, before he gets his Blink Dagger this game because they already have a line. They have Skyrath maybe to kind of set up some kills in the line, especially if he can get some initiation off. But
Yeah. If he has a good start, then he becomes really, really scary. When he gets a quick Vanguard into a quick Blink Dagger, then he's really difficult to deal with.
yeah,
But yeah, I mean, he's set up for it, right? Skyrath Axe, this is a ridiculously strong lane. You battle hunger as support hero, and then just chuck arcane bolts at them forever. Not easy to deal with. In Axe, you can feed those mangoes to Skyrath Mage. Death Prophet, okay.
yeah, this hero, she got nerfed. She didn't even have the highest win rate at ESL Birmingham, at least for the group stages, and then she got nerfed again. She just doesn't seem as effective as she once was. But I think she's still pretty strong.
Yeah, I'd say so.
And I think with a combination of Gyrocopter, it's good because Gyro and Death Prophet seems like a good combination. You already go Drum on Gyrocopter, DP pops her ultimate, you take down towers pretty quickly. Not to say that Aggr.Slayer don't have tower push of their own with the Shadow Fiend, which, by the way, they nerfed him too, but it's more of his level 25, which was the 3 damage per soul talent. Now is 2 damage per soul at level 20. Shadow Demon coming out. That's one way to deal with an axe is kite him around with the Demonic Purge, and you have Shadow Poison stacking up as well. This hero's been picked up a lot more against, like, I don't know, Aeon Disc buyers, I guess, too, is another thing. Trey was telling me about it.
Yeah, the Demonic Purge constantly slows or it constantly debuffs. So you can't Yules yourself, for example. It just purges it instantly.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool ability, honestly. I play Darkseer against Shadow Demon, and you just can't surge anyone that gets purged. They're slowed forever.
Oh, that's great.
Pretty interesting, but I like the Shadow Demon pick just because it gives Death Prophet a defensive tool. Right? Like if Axe blinks him with the call, they're going to drop the Mystic Flare on top. Now you can disrupt this target, and they lose a ton of damage. And if Axe jumps into this sort of a team that Neon Atomic has, there's going to be a hook shot, a grip, call down's going to clip him, so many AoE spells. He's probably going to die.
Yeah.
So it looks good.
It's a tough Axe game because even if you get BKB, you're going to get gripped or hook shotted. Hold that thought 1 second. I'm going to turn on another light so this freaking moth doesn't fly around in my face. I do have something I want to talk about with the Shadow Demon, but I'll be right back real quick.
Okay, sure. Well, guys, since Mod is gone, I'm just here to let you guys know that Mod is a lovely lad. He's one of my favorites, and he's great. That's all, and he'll never hear this because I won't say that while he's here.
Whoa, what are you talking about? What are you whispering about?
We can move on.
Oh, come
just
on.
talking about the Shadow Fiend. Well, you said he got nerfed. I'm actually not sure if it's a nerf or not.
Really? I guess the level 20 having it earlier might be good in that regard. But also it's the level 25 presence of the Dark Lord talent too.
Right. So if you go for the presence of the Dark Lord talent with the soul damage and then presence of the Dark Lord affects towers, that's minus 11 armor in an AoE on towers as well.
And
Think
then,
about that for a second.
and
Maybe
then
that's some...
you buy
some
Desolator or
super
something
push.
because you're just feeling like you're a little spicy or crazy
Yeah,
today.
you're feeling yourself real well.
If only Desolator was picked up on that hero, but it's not ever.
Just look at the armor towers have, right? These towers have 19 armor, and then the tier 1 has 17. So, I mean, that's a huge amount of damage reduction removed from that.
Yeah, it's true.
Maybe it's good. Maybe it's bad. I have no idea.
We're going to find out in this game if this game goes long enough with Jackie Gucci Gang playing the Shadow Fiend again for Aggr.Slayer. Neon Atomic, they actually got a picture this time. They didn't have one last time. I'm proud of them. They did it.
Sweet.
So the one thing I wanted to mention was the Shadow Demon's being played as the offlaner. I guess in this game he's playing a safe lane type of role because the gyrocopter's top. This is something we've seen more and more often recently, is this offlane Shadow Demon, and I kind of like it too. The thing is, you can own the early game, but you might not have the best mid game. Like we've seen Shadow Demon Trant, where they just destroy the lane, and then they kind of, it sort of slows down from there. But
yeah, the Shadow Poison stacking up is really difficult to lane against.
yes.
Like if you do get to 5 stacks, you take a stupid amount of damage.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I mean, you probably generally max that too,
Yep, that's your laning skill. Definitely max that.
So it's like you get 1/1, max that. What do you max after? Probably Soul Catcher?
I don't actually know. I guess it might be different on the core, right?
If you're playing against an illusion hero or not, like if you're against a Luna, you might want to get disruption instead, max.
Right. I
suppose.
think I don't know. It's nice for the cooldown reduction when they want to group up, since they're playing with Death Prophet and Gyrocopter. You'd have to imagine that this game's just going to be a back and forth, bloodbath with both teams trying to just fight each other every chance they can. Yeah.
Much like game 1. I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
mean, the nature of how they want to play the game is pretty much just drawn out from that first game, right? Like, both teams are just trying to fight at every possible opportunity. But I want to talk about this mid lane, Mont.
Well,
I know there's action down bottom, so
GRN
we
is
should
dead.
hit bottom.
So that's
He
a
is
try
dead.
lane. Okay. Okay, now you can talk about mid lane.
Oh, okay. Shadow Fiend got all 4 last hits on the first wave.
Yeah, I noticed that too. And I saw they picked the Clockwork first for Neon Atomic, right? They picked it in the first phase. They might have been sitting for Shadow Fiend themselves, and then Aggressive Slayers deny it, taking away
that's a good point.
the cog. And I keep forgetting about that, but it happened in a game recently where I saw the Clockwork SF combination, and I was like, all right, I can't. This needs to be brought up whenever you see Clockwork. So.
No, it really does. It is a big deal.
Yes, and him getting 6 last hits, like, I've seen so many DPs just get railed in this tournament so far, like absolutely destroyed. It's not even close in a lot of the situations. And so far that it's kind of the case right now. I know it's the first minute and a half, so it could change, but again, the more last hits you get for Shadow Fiend, the better your life is going to be.
Yep, it's that snowball effect. It gets more and more difficult for the enemy hero to lane against you, so...
There you go.
Shadow Demon, okay. Must have stacked up the poisons quite nicely.
Yeah, I think he had 4 at the end of when they got the kill.
Okay.
So they're forced to put this Ember Spirit in the off lane, and then you have the Axe top lane because you want to have the Axe versus Gyrocopter, I guess, is what they want to do. Maybe. I don't know. It's a weird laning situation.
They just, oh Jesus, the box.
Great.
I think they just didn't want Axe against this lane because Axe wouldn't be able to pressure and do much in the lane, but Axe can't do much top lane either because the Bane's just sitting there clicking him down. Honestly, these lanes are going, well, besides the Bane, I guess mid lane's fine too, but lanes are going very, very well for Neon Atomic.
Yeah, and it'll probably stay this way. At some point, maybe Axe can start, cutting waves. I don't know. Against this team, it's kind of difficult, though.
Oh my goodness.
What's
Ember
happening?
Spirit got 5 stacked down bottom. He lives with 40 health.
He does have a stick, which might be enough to keep him alive, but he won't be able to farm in this lane, I don't think. Although he has 11 last hits now, so maybe I'm wrong about that. But we've seen a lot of different Ember Spirit builds in the last few days. It's been bots first for some of them, like Gabby picked up bots first for clutch gamers. They had, Tread's Battle Fury was another build, and then I saw, a Maelstrom at some point, too.
Yeah, he's a hero that can build quite a lot of items. Sometimes you see Yule's builds up against a lot of silences, too.
Oh, yeah, true. You forget about that.
Some treads, I saw Weehawk go for treads.
Yeah.
Pain Gaming. Speaking of... Pain Gaming.
Yeah.
Lovely group of lads.
Yeah, Tavo's... we hung out with him at the Bar Crawl in Captain's Draft 4.0. Just in general, Pain's really cool. They have a lot of really cool players like King RD and stuff like that. But I am glad they are owning right now. They beat Fnatic, I believe, getting second place at ESL, or third place, excuse me, at ESL Birmingham.
Yep.
Second is Optic. So that is impressive to go from where they were. I mean, they played well. They had a lot of good games at some of the tournaments they were at before they had a Weehaw. But now, with him, they can actually just play Dota. And that's really what they've been looking for this entire time.
Yep. I like how he described the team dynamic. Up top, we have the Cogs up on an Axe with the Battery Assault, but he's kind of spinning, kind of not really.
He might actually be able to kill GRN. Oh, good stick, though. He's got a South. He needs to use it here. Yeah, good call. That Tango took a little longer than he would have liked. He might get to... Nah. He actually got the kill on GRN with the Battle Hunger.
With the Hunger.
Yeah. Scottalicious did end up getting the kill on the Axe. Sugo kind of getting run down by the Scarith Mage, but he's got an extra level and a salve coming. Not only that, he has a Mango if he needs it. Meanwhile, they get the kill on Vu down bottom with BB, a.k.a. the Bear. Guardian, ooh, the Battle Hunger. They get him slowed up, and Guardian's going to be able to walk away or waddle or fly away, whatever you want to call it, and gets out of trouble. All right.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, I was just going to say that I like the way we had described the team dynamic.
Yeah.
The rest of them are speaking Portuguese, and I'm just
playing Pug Dota or something, I think is what he
yeah,
said.
just playing my pub.
That's always great. When you have a player like that, that's what WeHot thrives on. Just kind of doing his own thing and owning and just feeling like he's playing Pub Dota. And that's what it was like when he was playing with like DC and all them. So I think it's perfect.
You just play his game every game.
Yeah.
Do whatever he needs, whatever he thinks is good. I'm down bottom, lying against the Hex, but I think, yeah, he's too far.
Yeah, Scottalicious.
He's fine.
Yeah. It's good call from the line not to use his Earth Spike there and waste mana, 'cause especially he doesn't have Mana Drain yet, which is extra points in the Earth Spike and the Hex. Of course, he has a stick, and that's all he's got. SF kind of right there with the DP. I thought this game would go a lot more SF favor, but the DP, of course, can just Spirit Siphon if the SF is a little out of position and just take away his HP. So he needs to be a little careful.
She also had a double damage rune, so she caught up nicely with the last hit department. But
Spirit
Shadow
Siphon,
King, stacking up
good
the
Fairy
raises.
Fire, wand charge is available. That's a nice nightmare, and that turns it around. Really good play from Sugo. He was on the high ground for a long time. They almost got the kill. What a Spirit Siphon.
That was very nice.
I think he might have survived anyways. It was close. But yeah, Sugo was up on this cliff for the longest time, or this ramp, just waiting for that initiation to happen, and it did, and he was ready for it, and they didn't call the Bane missing, I don't think.
Yeah, just didn't expect Bane to sit there, you know. He saw the triple raise opportunity. His eyes just lit up. Got excited.
Cog push, 4 stacks of the Shadow Poison. GRN is diving. Like, this is a hefty dive.
Oh
my god. I was not
go?
expecting that damage, but I guess it is level 3 Shadow Poison. Holy shit. And Buck Cert. Dead. Man. You never expect an axe to die like that, you know?
Yeah, just doesn't matter what hero it is, it just melts.
He might die again if they're not careful. Vu, if he had level 6, would get this kill. He's actually pretty close, too. Once he gets that level 6, this not really any lane is going to be safe for Nevermind unless there's not that much mana left for... Which Vu doesn't have that much left, actually. Good news. Watch how much damage he does here. Gets this extra stat. Oh, did he get it?
He hits him.
Oh my god. That's all you... You just need 5 stacks. He can't do anything. He just can't do anything. Man, this makes me want to play Shadow Demon so much right now, although I know I'd be terrible and I miss every single one of my Shadow Poisons, so it's fine.
This looks fun, though, doesn't it?
It does.
Look
You
at
just
this.
hit your E button, you're just like, I hope I get this kill. Oh, got it. Look at me. I've gotten 3 Shadow Poison stacks against the enemy. All Flanders dead.
The best part about that is the animation when he activates the poison.
Yeah, he pulls his... He's like, yes. He pulls his fist down.
Yeah, exactly.
Got him. It's so satisfying. All right, they have a 3K lead. Neon Atomic are having a great time. They didn't have
all their lanes are going well.
Yeah, I mean, like we also didn't see it, but the DP killed Jackie Gucci Gang again. So now Neon Atomic having a really great start as compared to their last game, which was a lot more even. This is more, hey, we have 3 heroes over 3,000 net worth now. It's 7 minutes into the game. We've got everything going that we need to have happen. And they'll probably get DP Ultimate pretty soon and maybe just push down a lane with it too. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, they can just force reactions from Aggr.Slayer.
There you go. It's not Slayers. It should be, but it's not. It's just
There's only
aggressive
one Slayer. I don't know which one of them it is, but...
I don't know. We'll have to give that the MVP Slayer at the end of the game.
Yep, never mind. It's been spotted here by a Clockwork Friend. But he's got the shrine. He should be good to go.
Yeah, he should be fine. They missed the cog push, too. He's trying to get the CS with it, though. Nice. He's going to get... almost gets all 3, but... Spin's too good. I kind of made fun of Nevermind's name earlier, but you know that now that I think about it, it could be Nevermind. Like you know, that girlfriend's never going to be mine or something.
Oh boy. Don't worry, friend. There will be more.
Vane's dead. Buck Cert has to die against Scottalicious. Leg needs to back up. Or not. He's got triple remnant. Secures the kill. GRN rotates in. A little late. No Clockwork hook shot. And with the slow of concussive shot, probably won't find anything with this. They have Demonic Purge. There it is. Look at that long range, too. They TP in the line. They kind of need to get out. Guardian, 2 stacks of the Shadow Poison's not enough, and GRN's dead. He disrupted his dead... No! Oh! I thought he was dead. He didn't actually die. Now he will with one more auto attack, or at least he should. There it is. And Vu does get the double kill. He destroys the Ember Spirit.
Ember, yeah.
How many
Killed him
stacks
through
did
the
he...
Flame Guard?
That's
4.
That probably shouldn't happen. Level 3 Flame Guard.
Middle tower is under attack.
Dude, oh my god.
He's got the lens already on Shadow Demon for that extra long cast range and mana pool.
All right, remember, it's 65 stack damage, and it's 16 times the stack damage based on the number of stacks in the target, up to 5 stacks. So 65 times 16, I believe.
Let me put that in the calculator real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. You know, I'll wait. I don't know if you're actually doing that. If you're not, that's really sad, but we kind of need it.
Oh, I actually am.
Okay, good. It's something ridiculous. I know that much.
It's 1,040 damage.
Which is more HP than most of them have, if not all of them. Jackie Gang Gucci, no hookshot still. Gonna try to man fight. Good silence though. GRN still might die to the tower. It's gonna be close. 7 HP. My god. What a lucky bastard. Yeah, that was seriously calculated. He's like, I think I'm fine. There is a ward here. I need to be a little careful. Like, this guy's just running, hitting his Q button or something. GRN is playing extraordinarily ballsy. He literally takes one ability and he dies. Oh my god. They still don't have hookshot. Oh my god. They might find it with this kill. Alright, he's silenced. Just hit him twice. Oh, that actually might not... Okay, it worked out. I was going to say, that might not have been the best, but it actually kind of went okay.
A little funky, but they make it work. No big deal.
Yeah. So now the Clockwork has hookshot. He's also going to just Shrine or Tranquil. Probably Shrine is, I would hope. And they can pop... I don't even think they need to pop Exorcism. They could. Meanwhile, Shadow Demon's going to kill somebody top. Demonic Purge comes out. His Flame Guard is gone. They need 2 more Shadow Poison stacks to get the kill, I would say. Or just... That's enough. It's going to be close. Rock Barrage. Vu will secure the kill with Scandalicious, or Scandalicious getting it. Fiend's Grip coming out. Flat Cannon, Nevermind's going to die to the poison along with his auto attack. So Vu, 3 dead. And now they will rotate top. Instead of getting the tier 1 mid, they're going to get the tier 1 top plus 3 kills. This is pretty brutal stuff for aggressive Slayer.
Have you seen the Shadow Demon talent, by the way, Matt?
Soul Catcher Illusions on Dev, 30% XP gain. That seems pretty good. Which ones do you mean specifically as they kill Jackie Gucci Gang?
25% Shadow Poison damage at 15.
Yeah, that seems not fair. Oh, he might die, though. No disruption. Yeah, he's dead. Nice kill. Okay. That's actually the top net worth hero, and that's going to give a lot of farm to Leg, who's going Maelstrom right away.
Yep, Phase Boots into Maelstrom. I haven't seen Phase Boots in a while this year.
Yeah, Treads has been the... It's been Treads or Bots, right? That's really been the 2 items I've seen the most in terms of boots. I guess it'll work out.
Yeah, should still be good. But it's group up time for Neon Atomic Death Prophet Ultimate Use. Tier 1 tower secured up top. It is almost out, but
they see
Ember Spirit is trailing them.
They see Buxer, but good Searing Chain's Finger. First Spike. Spirit Siphon keeping him alive. They get the line, but a big kill going to Jackie Gucci Gang. Sugo walks out of the Mystic Flare, but he's going to run right into Guardians. Good Brain Sap. Exceedingly tanky with that ability, but they're still chasing. They actually TP'd out the Gyrocopter, I think, to safety. So instead of chasing 1 target, they kind of chase 2, and that ends up getting them only 1. Well, now 2 kills as they run right into Bane, who he walked up for some reason. He could have went around like he did with the Clockwork, but that didn't happen. So that's a good fight. Aggressive Slayer, they get the game going kind of back in their favor.
Yep, some much needed kills, right? And this is all time for just Axe to keep on farming. Speaking of Axe, he gets disrupted down bottom, and the Purge. He's got no teleportation device mod. How's he gonna get out of this one?
He's actually pretty close to his Blink Dagger, but that's gonna be... Oh, they missed the 5th one. I think he's still dead anyway.
He's still dead if they just... Oh,
you gotta use it, though. He should be dead still, because that ability seems really good.
Oh man, what a mistake not to just pop the poisons. He wasn't sure if it was gonna kill him, I guess, but he had it, and because of that he gets called and just dies.
Yeah, he gives up more than he should have. And they're gonna find Jackie Gang, Gucci Gang rather. Spirit Siphon enough to get the kill. This is kind of a dive. They would like the tower. Spirit Siphon, and Leg has to Remnant back in. He's looking for GRN, but he misses the Searing Chains. Not close enough. Good cock push. That's the end of the fight. That could have been really good if they punished them, kind of dive in that tower, but they just... Killing somebody through Spirit Siphon takes so much, and they just didn't have enough there.
Yep, especially with the raindrops, treads, and wand too. Very tanky.
Yeah.
Not easy at all.
So Vu has an Aether Lens. He's working on a 4-staff next. They have the Soul Catcher along with Disruption. And he's like dead. Like Brain Sap did half of his HP because Lion has no freaking.
Oh boy,
health.
Bane's got the setup too with the grip.
Grip,
There
yeah.
it is.
And there's no counter initiation. Axe doesn't even have his blink. He's close. And he's trying to Remnant away, but there's the Purge, and he's just dead. Oh, I love how slow the freaking Remnant walks. It's so funny.
Yep. Once you get Purge, it's that's just what you can do. If you don't have a Remnant down, you're dead.
Yeah, and I think he needs to be a bit more diligent about it. Speaking of dead, Guardians is dead, and they're going to lose their 2-2 tower probably. God.
All right. Our aggressive Slayer crumbling mod. They're just dropping like flies across the map.
I'd say if this blink initiation doesn't, like if this blink reveal doesn't go well, then yes, they are crumbling. But this is like the time for them. They have blink on Axe now. He couldn't go Vanguard because he was getting stomped on so hard by the Shadow Demon. He also has no Tranquils even.
This is not the start that you ever want for your Axe. Like, once you get blink this late into the game without any other items, you're just a blink stun. And that means you're going to die in every engagement, so you're not going to be able to acquire. Well, sleep onto our Shadow Fiend player here.
No Exorcism, but I think they can kill him.
He's a dead man.
They could try to counter initiate with the Lion, but he just gets Nerf Spike onto the hero. That doesn't matter. And now he's going to get hooked. And battery assault's still going, plus a homing missile. With no HP means the Lion is dead. I'll transition into another tier 1. They're going to try to find the Shadow Demon top with the Axe. Here they go. Blink call. Mystic Flare on top. Should be enough. He can't disruption because, of course, he's silenced. And that's going to be a lot of gold. That gives Axe an extra 800 on top of the blink that he's already secured. But there is a hero coming up here. The Bane does have grip in 3. Not enough mana to use it, however. You need to be a little careful. Alright.
Yeah, just hanging out. 7,000 gold lead for Neon Atomic at 16 minutes in the end. Quite sizable, but they do actually have ways of playing the game of Dota 2 on the side of aggressive Slayer. Right?
Yeah.
As we just saw, Axe with the Blink Dagger, paired up with the Skywrath Mage, they have enough damage finally to just set up some sort of gank on the sidelines. Ember Spirit, pretty decent at split pushing and, you know, pushing out these lanes without too much danger. Even without the boots of travel, he can do it safely with Revenant. And perhaps that'll give him some more time for Shadow Fiend to keep on farming for his BKB, because that is an item that will help, but he's so far behind that it's not going to be that item. It's going to be the item afterwards. That's really like the, that makes him relevant in these team fights, because at the moment, he just can't show his face in a team fight. There's so many things that go through BKB as well. You have the Fiend's Grip, the Clockwork Hookshot, and even the Demonic Purge. Like, there's just no fighting this lineup at the moment. They need to split push and look for ganks on the sidelines.
Which is kind of why you were talking about boots of travel for Ember, and I wish he went for that item. I know that he can still split push without it, but it just makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, they didn't plan to lose the game super hard, and he rushed those phase boots, but they would be such a big payoff right now if he had them.
They need a blink initiation from this Axe. They should see the Shadow Demon now. They just spotted him a moment ago. Now the smoke will break. They missed the call, that might be the end of the fight already. He's probably dead unless they can give him some help. Yeah, he's just going to fall to the Demonic Birds, call down the Rocket Barrage. Good Mystic Flare, but he actually makes it through the trees a bit more. Now the Flat Cannon comes out. Spirit Siphon. The Figure does finish off the Gyro, but not before they lose 4 of their heroes, and the 5th one is on the run. The Shadow Poison should have given at least a little vision, and they're going to TP him with Vu. And Guardians is trying his best to maneuver his way out of this bad position, and the TP might be successful. No, the Poison with the Disruption, too good of a combo, and it's going to be all 5 dead for Atomic's, excuse me, not Atomic, Aggressive Slayer.
Aggressive Slayer, that's right. And Death Prophet Ultimate is still up.
I was just about to say, she still has her Exorcism. It's level 2 now.
Oh, man.
Once you've missed that call, you just gotta fucking back, I think. You can't...
Yeah, you gotta cut your losses. Just let Axe die. The fight is over.
Somebody's like, I can still fight. We got it, we got it. No. No, you do not.
Yep, that's the Axe life, right? Even if you make that engagement happen, he's probably still gonna die.
It was a good effort from the Skywrath to Mystic Flare. Now Leg might just be dead. He has to Remnant away, which is a good call. They've taken the tier 3. They've already done enough. They don't need to stay. They could, though. They have an 9k lead that is probably so hard to fight into. If they had Aegis, they certainly could stay, but they don't. Once the concussive shot comes out, they'll try to back up. Impossible to blink into, though, because it's Exorcism, so you're probably going to get hit on the way out. They can't really chase. They could try now. It looks like they're going to, but there's some vision on the high ground, which is going to spot them moving, plus the creep wave. And at this point, Neon Atomic have everything they really need other than Roshan. Once they have that, they can take a fight. Meanwhile, they're going to find Jackie again. They are TPing in the line, and right now it's just the Clockwork going in, so this actually might be a little too much. The hookshot does come out. Battery assault, and they do get the kill with the flare. Somehow he gets that when the rest of the team rotates in, but now Mark's in pretty far, but this is a good call down. Spirit Siphon onto 2. The Shrine actually doesn't do enough to keep them alive. There's no Exorcism. And had they just, if there were no Spirit Siphon abilities available for Death Prophet, maybe they could take that fight, but it's so hard with, you know, Gyro as well as DP just running at you.
Yep, she's got the supporting staff. Shadow Demon can always disrupt the Death Prophet if she's ever in danger. And with the Force staff, there's no real way to commit, especially once those Spirit Siphons come out.
You know, I would...
tough.
This Shadow Demon... I think this was the team that did it last time I saw Shadow Demon. They did the Shadow Demon offlane, and it is an experiment that has been mega successful. You know, I said maybe the mid game gets kind of tough for the Shadow Demon, and sure, he's kind of fallen behind in terms of net worth, but those early kills have given his team such a lead that they just feel unstoppable right now.
Yeah, that early lane dominance just snowballs so hard at the moment. You have to be able to lane. If you can't contest these lanes, then you're just at such a big deficit. Like, Axe has a 15 minutes pretty much naked blink, right? And it's 5 minutes later, still working on that fork staff, almost there, but he needs a lot more.
Yeah. And now they're going to rotate with the Clockwork. They've got a good Nightmare. They can just Fiend Script too. Hookshot comes out. They don't even need a grip, I don't think. Yeah, Spirit Vessel for the Clockwork is too good against the Axe.
Jesus, Spirit Vessel, huh? Clockwork's super fun.
Yeah, he 5k net worth. He's ahead of the Axe. And the Axe, of course, is a core. The Clockwork is not. I guess this isn't unexpected. You're right about lane dominance, though. Ember Spirit couldn't really do anything. You know, Ember Spirit line in particular, not great. Both of them pretty squishy. The Axe even, maybe not the best laner unless you have somebody like a Dazzle along with you or something. It's just a Skyrath instead.
They just all needed way too much help, and they couldn't deal with the Shadow Demon at all.
Yeah, I would imagine these teams are going to start banning the Shadow Demon against Neon. They do get the kill on the Bane, who, for some reason, was really aggressively in there. I don't know why he was here, but I don't really think it matters. They're going to get the racks anyway. They'll try to go. They missed the Searing Chance on a Mark. Exorcism is still up for another, like, 3-5 seconds. They haven't finished it yet. They need to finish these buildings. With Black Cannon, they'll try. And they will push Jackie back, too. The hookshot comes in, but it hits on it, too. That was a beautiful hookshot from GRN, and that might just be the game. They have to buy back on both of those heroes. Jackie almost gets hit by a Shadow Poison, but he's able to sidestep it. But that's already Rax gone. They only lose the Bane for it. The BKB does come out for Scottalicious just to be safe. And Exorcism, of course, was used, but for all intents and purposes, if they take Roche, this game is over.
Yep, those buybacks, they were only 200 gold for the 2 support heroes, but not going to be able to accomplish anything with that. And I mean, you're right, they're going to do Roche even without the Exorcism. They don't feel like they even need it. This could be actually a pretty big mistake if Aggr.Slayer are on the ball here. Yeah, if they take this fight, this is the best chance at a fight in this entire game.
Yeah,
right?
but
Gyro's BKB on cooldown, Exorcism on cooldown.
They need to go now. They just picked up the BKB for the SF. Oh, it is falling very slowly. I don't even know if they can do this, actually. Scottalicious is taking so much damage. Oh, God, how did they not check this? This is brutal. All right, it's not even going to matter because they back up and they make the smart call. We're going to go Shrine. They could just wait for Exorcism. I don't think they need to make this. You're right about this. If they lose a fight there, that just is like 10k, or not like 10k, but a lot of gold going away the aggressive Slayer.
Yeah, it's going to be a massive gold swing if they sit there and continue to do the Roche and the aggressive Slayer smoke into them or something like that. But the jungle is warded, so they were watching them the entire time. They knew they weren't in danger because Axe was at a jungle camp. But yeah, a bit of a... It's a good thing to back off. You know, disciplined.
And now they're going to smoke up themselves. This is a better play. Hookshot, and Jackie's going to have to BKB, and even if he does, it's not going to be enough. They might kill GRN. They need to get him out of there. They don't have a 4-staff. They do, but there's nothing they can do about it. He's BKB'd, and he's going to get gripped down anyway. He's dead. Now the Ember coming in, trying to find the Gyrocopter on the backlines, but he has to run it away. Good call. Mystic Flare. This might be enough. BKB's already been used. That's a big kill, but can they find anything else with this? GRN's a little low, but he's going to Spirit Vessel up. They've got the homing missile on. Never mind. They're trying to run away with the line. 2 stacks shouldn't be enough to kill a line, but 3. Ooh, he actually disrupted himself. Earthspike coming out. Buck. Mana drains an illusion for money. All right, now he's dead. Yeah. So they get the kill on the Death Prophet, and that's really good, but the Ember had to back up in that fight. He couldn't stay. And that's about as good as they can get, but that still gives them a decent amount of gold, actually.
Yeah, they actually came out a tiny bit ahead in terms of overall net worth. But I don't know, man. It's when you look at the net worth of these heroes like Shadow Fiend, Treads BKB 24 minutes, he can't fight.
No.
He's dying to flat cannon in these team fights. That's how bad it is. Everyone's just melting to flat cannon when it's an actual fight. It was a nice way to actually deal with the death profit, but it only works because the fight's so scattered to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Like Bane can sleep to interrupt some of the damage, and of course Shadow Demon can dodge pretty much all the damage with the use of disruption, of course, or even just the Force Staff. So they're just gonna look for that nice, clean, organized fight. Probably walk it down, take this tier 2 tower safely, then look towards Roche, or maybe even just force high ground with the ultimate. But
Yeah.
Roche being the safer play.
Well, I mean, you're absolutely right. They just, and not only the SF can't fight, as I think they smoked on a word. It was close. Anyway, the SF can't fight. The Ember Spirit can't fight. That's a hook shot. That is nice. It's on to 2, almost 3, but they do get off the Hex. Maybe they kill this Clockwork. Good Nightmare save. There's that disruption of the fight, but they will finger him down. Now the Fiend's Grip does come out on the Ember Spirit. They need to get him out of that. There's nothing they can really do. They'll try to force him away, but he's still in trouble, and the Gyro just shreds him with his Flat Cannon and Rocket Barrage. It's 2 kills now going for Skydelicious as he pops the BKB, a double. Skyrath has nothing else left in the tank. He's going to try to bring down Fu. It's not going to be enough damage, though. Outrunning the Arcane Bolt, he's pretty speedy. Exorcism popped, and that's just, you know, even when you start a fight pretty well, which that wasn't really the best team fight start for Aggr.Slayer, considering they got hookshot.
Yeah, Clock died instantly.
Yeah, they still can't get the fight win, you know, because they're just too far ahead on the Radiant.
Yep. Gold deficit is just too steep currently to overcome.
And that's what I was talking about as that fight broke out, is that Ember can't fight. If he's in the front lines, he just dies.
Yeah.
He needs like Lincoln's or something else that keeps him alive in these fights. And Yules is not that item. Yules does not do anything for him in this situation.
No, not at all. There's just, they need way too much. They just weren't able to get there because of the lane phase. Shadow Demon destroyed every lane he went to, and Gyro Bane destroyed the Axe as well. Axe, he didn't have a game. He probably feels like he didn't even get to play this game.
He had one good call on the Death Prophet, and that was pretty much the only thing of significance he's provided this game. You know, when you think about Axe, you think about, okay, I can get Battle Hunger in the laning phase, and I'll have somebody, and we can just run at somebody, and maybe that'll work out. That didn't happen. You know, he couldn't cut waves, he couldn't try to take towers, he couldn't try to smoke and take a fight, and then take a tier 1 or something out of that. It's just...
definitely a hero that needs a good start to really shine.
Yeah, and it comes back to that point you were talking about earlier, where it's like, okay, if we have a better offlaner here, like, I don't even know, maybe like an SK or something, probably
I feel
goes a lot
like
better.
it's not even just one hero. It feels like 2 or 3 heroes need to be different to deal with the lane phase.
It needed to not be Axe and Ember Spirit, I think.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, this game is a 17k lead, and unless there is some monumental collapse from Neon Atomic, the game feels pretty over. They've already taken the mid-racks, they've taken the tier 3 bottom. Especially if they can get a Nocturne Core or an Aeon Disc on this Death Prophet, which she now has an Aeon Disc. Now this game is especially over. You know, Skydelicious has BKB and a Dragonlance. He now is an Aegis. There's really no way they can win a fight. There's just no damage. Not nearly enough to go through a gyrocopter. They need like a Daedalus or something on this freaking Ember.
I think Neon Atomic have reached a point where they can all A-click down the middle lane, hands off the keyboard, and win the fight.
I will say I agree with the exception that I do believe that they might need to use their BKBs. That's the only other thing I need to say.
Well, then I'm sure they can do that. I have confidence in them.
Yes, they're one
That looks
button
good.
that provides them the magic immunity. The best item in the game in this regard. And they have a blink now on the Shadow Demon. He just uses it aggressively. I think that's onto the Axe. No, it's onto Jackie Gucci Gang. He doesn't want to use the BKB. Luckily, he has a Force Staff on the Axe that this time is used. So now you just... The thing is that the wave is pushed in bottom, but they already have the wave coming in mid. And if that happens, they can just pop extra. They actually smoke. And SF actually walked and broke the smoke of GRN. GRN pinging that he knows that he's there. He has Flare. He could go for a hook, but the rest of his team's not there. And now Guardians is going... Oh, this is a dangerous play. Oh my god.
This is so dangerous. I think they're super lucky they didn't find Clock.
Because if he
Death Prophet on the high ground.
If he hook shots and like blade mails and they gets decent cogs, they all die. They all die.
He's a tanky boy. 20 armor with 2,500 health as well. He's not going to get
That's
bursted.
insane. Plus Fear Vessel. BKB comes out. There's the Flat Cannon. The Aeon just got triggered pretty early, actually, and the Glyph does come out. So I mean, they didn't lose anybody there for aggressive Slayer. That's probably as good as they could have gotten, considering the circumstances. Mark is taking a lot of damage. He does have his BKB still. They're going to Spirit Vessel him. They cancel it immediately. He has a Yule, so he might need to use it. There's the Aegis going off. Now GRN's going to, or excuse me, Vu's going to get fingered.
Okay.
Buyback from Vu. He's going to probably try to get back in. I don't think he's bots or anything, so it's going to take him a while. Jackie pops his BKB, goes for the ultimate. Doesn't really do that much damage. And actually now does get the kill onto the Gyrocopter. Now they're looking for GRN. And he's died a lot this game, so him dying again is not the end of the world. It's a triple kill for Leg. And now that's his Radiance. And they get the range racks. The melee racks will heal back up at some point, unless they can take it somehow. And that's a buyback from the Shadow Demon as well. So that was, it's not the monumental collapse I was talking about from Neon Atomic, but that's the start, I guess, for Aggressive Slayer.
Yep, quite a big blunder from Neon Atomic. Gyrocopter charging in the front lines, using his BKB, zoning off everyone. Doesn't need to do that. You know, he's got the Aegis. Make the enemy come to you. Just sit there. Make them engage on you while you still have your Black King bar available, so that you can guarantee your team taking their axe without losing heroes. Or just let the Death Prophet solo siege.
Yeah, you just
use the BKB.
Exactly. You pop the Exorcism. You sit behind the DP. If they try to go on her, you just hook shot in and like go for a fight. Then I don't think there's any reason for you to just run in and BKB like that. I guess it doesn't. It shouldn't really matter in the long, grand scheme of things, but it's just one of those things,
Yep. You always have to, you do have to be careful about high ground, right? You don't want to feed when you're up so much gold because the kill bounties are gigantic, right? What happens if Ember Spirit, I mean, he did get some kills, right? Look at this guy. He's got Radiance now.
Hook
He's
shot.
getting stronger.
Jackie Gucci Gang does have buyback. He would like to not die. You get up a nice silence. Mystic Flare coming out. That's going to be Vu dead. It should be, and it is. Buck Cert dies, but it's a line. Who gives a shit? That's a dieback, actually, coming in. And if they can get out, this is pretty good, but never mind. He's trying to run away from the Death Prophet. He'll make it away. Nope. Scottalicious is there, and that's probably never mind dead unless he can somehow get this Blink Dagger off. He needs to, like, Blink TP. It's going to be... Nah, he's dead.
Oh, no.
That homing missile speed is insane.
Too fast.
Yeah. But he has buyback. I still think that's almost worth it if you're an Aggressive Slayer. You took a fight outside the base. You lost your heroes, but whatever. If they lose
It's
racks,
definitely their best attempts, right? You have to take a fight outside the base, otherwise they're just going to sit there, siege, and group up properly. But if you take it outside, then they're not in formation to protect each other. So it was good. They found the Shadow Demon. They killed him. He couldn't save anyone, but the rest of the fight didn't go their way.
So now they have Exorcism back up. They're going to send Scottalicious up high ground again. They just want to finish his racks off. They're going to. He pops BKB again, and that's now down. Now they can kind of focus on going top. Ooh, that is a dangerous play from this Dire team. They don't have BKB back up yet for Shadow Fiend. He gets gripped.
There's the grip.
And he's just dead. He does have buyback, but he won't have any of his charges. His Necromancer stacks, rather. And Mark pops his own BKB with, of course, the Radiance. A lot of damage just being negated along with the Maelstrom. That is Exorcism down, so they get a little bit more time to work with. But, yeah, chasing up high ground, even if they have vision there, is pretty dangerous.
Yep, still just difficult for them to take the fight. They're trying, though. I like that they are forcing the issue when BKBs are down or when Exorcism is, getting shorter. Because it's their best chance. If they don't take that, then Neon Atomic are just going to group up and run down top when they have their cooldowns. And they're going to lose.
Yeah, exactly.
They're trying to make something happen.
It's a smart play. By the way, Gyrocopter just did something cool, and I'm sure a lot of people are doing this now, especially people like Envy. He bought a bottle from the secret shop, and he bottled a DD with it.
The DD.
Yeah. You keep forgetting about the bottle at the secret shop. At least I do a lot of the time. But it's pretty cool that it's a thing now.
Yeah, especially when you hit like that 40-minute mark and you have the double runes coming out. You can always secure yourself something super, super good.
Man, this game is it is going longer than I anticipated, considering how it started. But they're one fight away from winning, I feel like. There's no real buybacks available. Actually, they have a lot of buybacks. I'm surprised.
Ember might get gripped here. Bane has one.
Nice Remnant. That's pretty much how he has to play. He can't really be around in any fight. He has to be as mobile as possible, otherwise he's dead. So, we're working on some other big items. The BKB from the Axe, the Amber Spirit, trying to get a Lincoln Sphere, which I think he did a while ago, but as long as he gets it, could be fine. They have the Manta Salve for the SF, which is his second item after getting the BKB, of course. He's ahead of the Shadow Demon, actually, so the net worth lead comes from the two top heroes, the Gyro, who's 5k ahead, and the DP's 1k ahead of the Amber Spirit. But now Roche will be on the line. It's the next Roche in a minute and 11 seconds. That's really when this game will end because it's Aegis and She's. And then things will get out of hand, I'm sure, if Aggr.Slayer can't take it.
Yep, I wonder if they'll try to use this double damage. It's stored up in the bottle, but it's going to run out pretty soon here. Maybe they won't have that opportunity. They just want to wait for Roshan and end the game safely without having another minor throw.
I mean, if he uses his DD, it's like having a rapier. And I think they could go. This is one of those circumstances where, yeah, you can actually just run up high ground like they did previously. They're not going to, though. That's... Oh my god, they got a ward? I didn't know that ward was there. That's a pretty sick D ward.
Yeah, very nice.
Well then, this game is gone on for quite a bit longer than I would have anticipated, but they're just playing safe for Neon Atomic right now. They took a couple of interesting fights. I don't know if there's really anything else to say. I mean, like, what else do you talk about here besides other items coming out? Like,
okay, well, Neon Atomic, they are winning the game, clearly, and they're just waiting on Roshan, right?
Yes.
What can Aggr.Slayer do to come back into this game? Well, they can look for some sort of gank on the side lanes, because they're trying to keep these lanes pushed out so that Aggr.Slayer feel confined into their base. They can make some sort of bold play where they attempt to find one of these heroes split off, but it's so hard because they're playing against the clock, right? One team has map control, waiting for Roshan. Other team has no idea when it's going to be up, and they could never check it safely. So, unless they do something crazy to prevent Neon Atomic from taking this Roshan for free, they're just going to lose this game.
I mean, I guess it comes down to the age-old desperation smoke, kind of.
Yep.
And who knows when that'll come out. They know that Roche could be up now. Of course, it's still a minute away. The Axe kind of almost got caught by GRN, who used a hook shot. I think Axe forced himself out of trouble. He did. He's going to get Spirit Vessel, but, you know, trying to stay outside of the base. That's the key. Keep the waves pushed. Take a fight outside the base if you're an aggressive Slayer. Go from there.
Yep. What, they need something on the same level as the old complexity wraparound.
Yeah, the old school.
Yep.
But that's tricky because they're hemmed in their base for 90% of the game.
Yep, and they're also not complexity.
Exactly. And then the Bane just sits inside Roche. He's going to sit in here for the next, like, 3 minutes probably and just tell them when Roche is up, because that's really the only thing they're waiting for. If he walks outside of this Roche pit in the next 10 seconds, I'm going to lose my mind, I'm pretty sure.
He knows how to win the game, on. He's just sitting there. He's waiting. He's a patient guy.
We were casting a game in this tournament where they had a Warlock on one of their teams, and he had an Agg's Refresher, and of course he had the Death Golem. And we were thinking, okay, third Roche. They had like a 20k lead at this point. Okay, third Roche, they give the Refresher Shard to the Warlock. He gets 9 or however many total golems that is. 2, 4, 6, 7. 7 total golems. You know, because he has Death and then 3 extra sets from, you know, first cast, Refresher Orb, then Refresher Shard. And they checked Roche, and there was 2 seconds left on the Roche respawn time, and he walked out of the pit, and as he did, Roche respawned, and they went and they ended the game without the Refresher Shard. And we only got to see the 5 casted. I was so sad.
Oh, disappointing.
Yeah. I mean, it just would have been nice. It's just one of those extra things. But you can't have everything sometimes. You know. Okay, the smoke is going to come out. And luckily they don't take Roche that fast. But I like the Clockwork's positioning. Yeah, he might just actually win them the game with this play.
Nice.
They know that the smoke is broken and it actually keeps them back. Just this play alone is going to get them Roche. Whereas if he's not there, if he's closer towards the Roche pit, they could take that fight and try to for a blink call and steal the Aegis. That doesn't happen, and they get Aegis.
That's a very nice position. You know, that's a very good spot that we might see in future pro games by a lot of teams. Just sitting there when Roshan shenanigans are happening, the pomp smokes. There's nothing you can do. There's no way to check that.
And they also have a ward there. They warded there too. So he breaks the smoke and then he has vision immediately of them. And even if he dies, it's still time taken away from Aggr.Slayer trying to get to the Roche pit. But he doesn't even need to die. So he actually, that might just win them the game. As long as they can just pop the exorcism, go up high ground, they could just win here. They're even like, they know the tower's going to die. They've even dropped a ward just for extra vision.
Yep, they even have this Corruption Illusions if they want to do it that way too.
Spirit Vessel.